Welcome. This is a video tutorial on how to get employed, be hired, or sell anything with LinkedIn and earn plus 17,000 monthly. There are certain actions that you need to take for this to happen. You should exercise patience to read, listen, and validate my claims. And of course, you have to enroll in my course to have the full benefit of the training. Let us begin. I am Daniel O'Hearn, and I have written a small presentation which I called Proven Expert Views on how to get employed, be hired, or sell anything in 2017. It's 100% guaranteed that if you follow my instructions, you will start earning that amount of money. Quick contacts: you should visit my training site. It is called 678linkedin.com. You will be able to download the manual of this video for free. You will also be able to download some tools that will help you to achieve what I discussed in this presentation. You can also visit my profile page on LinkedIn. You will find it at linkedin.com/in/D O'Hearn. D O'Hearn is my handle. When it requests that you should supply my email, use this email, dohearn@yahoo.com. Of course, if you live in Namibia or you want to call me, you can reach me by my mobile phone, which is +264 8130 36330. You can as well reach me on Skype. My handle or my nickname is O'Hearn on Skype. On Facebook and Twitter, simply it is D O'Hearn. Okay, I have divided this presentation into small parts. Let's begin. Of course, you want to know about me and about what I do currently and my reputation. My current occupation: I am employed as a manager, Social Statistics Division with the Namibian Statistics Agency, NSA, in Windhoek, the Republic of Namibia. I work with a team of 9 statisticians of the field. If we are not conducting field surveys, I have a staff component of 9 statisticians and plus minus 450 field survey staffs during major household surveys. The main national household survey under my supervision include the Annual Labor Force Survey, Namibian Household Income and Expenditure Survey, the Namibian Financial Inclusion Survey. Of course, I do handle other smaller survey and administrative data, but these are the main surveys and the biggest survey, most important household surveys that supply social development indicators as input to the national development plans. The reason I'm mentioning my occupation is because what I want to teach you on how to use LinkedIn to generate leads, B2B leads, also have to do with data compilation, data analysis, and so on. So my experience with LinkedIn, I'm one of the top social seller on LinkedIn with a social selling index of plus 82 out of 100 score. You can check out my profile on LinkedIn. I keep on changing it. I help people to generate leads on LinkedIn. So now we are done with my background. Let's look at my experience with my experience on LinkedIn. Actually, I opened my first LinkedIn account in March of 2009. That's about 7 years back. So between those years, I only managed to attract 2,279 connections. That is, for 7 years, only about 2,279 people connected with me. This is an average of 326 connections per year, or something less than 1 connection per day. It was an eyesore, so I wasn't very efficient in using LinkedIn. Between 2009 and September of 2006. But things has changed now. Most people who are signing up for LinkedIn accounts are like me of the past. They don't have time to grow their LinkedIn connection. They just signed up hoping that people will find them and connect with them. Nevertheless, the more connections you have, the higher you will show up on LinkedIn search engine, and the more connection requests you will be having. My main mistake was that during those years, I never had time to learn how to use LinkedIn platform from the basic to their most advanced functions. So what am I saying here? I didn't have a plan on how to grow my LinkedIn connections. So I call it no LinkedIn growth strategies. Before you can do well, before you can have lots of connections on LinkedIn, up to 30,000, you should have, whether you are a company or you are individual, you should have a strategy or many strategies on how to get people to connect with you. This is what I'm going to show you in my series of video presentations. Okay, let's get to a quick start. How do we get huge connections? Well, there is no magic or secret about it. LinkedIn will allow you to upload contacts of people you already know. Of course, you won't be able to know 30,000 people. The most common way is to sign up as open network members or open networkers by joining Lion groups. So for myself, I purchased a list of 25,000 25K Lion list, and this I paid about $25, which is about 25 US dollars. So now, however, this list must be cleaned. For it to work well, the list must be cleaned. It needs to be first validated, cleaned of bad email records, and removing of duplicates. Then I will then split the list, which I already cleaned, into small sizes before uploading them one at a time to LinkedIn platform. So the process is called data cleaning. This type of work I do every day because of the nature of my work. When we conduct a big survey, collect data, we first of all clean the data before we prepare the data in a manageable form. So this process is the same thing with what I will show you on how to bring your contact to LinkedIn. The process starts from using software, assuming you already purchase or have your list you want to upload. You must clean it, so you have software to verify whether the emails are good emails or live emails. You then sort them. Free copy is available from my website. So when you sign up, you get a free copy of Email Verifier. The next stage is that you will split the emails you have cleaned, you have processed, into smaller lists. And after that, you start uploading them. So this is the general work of a big email data scientist. So if you want your list to grow fast, you must be able to get involved. So I will take you back to show you the live process involved. Here is the example of the email verifier. So you have a list, let's say example, the 25,000. You could want to import them. First, you will need to, this is the original list, you will need to verify and remove bad emails. Originally, when I bought the emails or the list of Lion, that is people who are opened to receive invitation, read my ebook, the full ebook, it is not guaranteed that the emails are still working, so you need to verify them. You can also verify whether they are connected to Facebook. So let's do the basic one. Once you bring the email to the list to the email verifier software, you click start. So verify. So it will run and send each email a quick blank message to test whether they are still working. Those emails that are working, that are good, it will take them as valid emails. And those that are not working, it will mark them as invalid. Those that may be not sure, it will mark them as uncertain. You will see it shows the statistics of the progress made. So for about 28,000 or 25,000, it will look through. Sometimes it can take more than 1 hour to finish, depending on how big your list is. But at the end of the processing, valid emails will be shown. So you should be able to save valid emails or export it as valid. So this is what you will see from my folder, which I was trying to access before. Let me go back to the folder. I save it on my Dropbox. So at the end of the processing, let me remove all this because I will need to use them to explain to you later. At the end of the processing, it shows that I have 9,000, so I call it 9K list, which are validated. Of course, this 9K list is the result of filtering out those people who are already having connections with me. So this process, you need to do it all the time. For each email list you upload to LinkedIn, you will find out the reason why. Because if you send email to bad email account, you are not helping yourself. The bad email account will not respond, and that email account will be on your server or on LinkedIn account for a long time. It will not enable you to grow very fast. So it is better to upload valid email accounts. The next process is, once you have a valid list, a processed list, which means you have cleaned them of bad emails, you have done your data cleaning already, you will need to split the email into small manageable sizes. You cannot do this using ordinary spreadsheet if the list is very big. But when you sign up to my website, you will find a small software which I called LinkedIn List Manager. This software will help you to split your CSV file into any number you want. So let's say we want only 500 cases, 500 emails per list. I will specify where the file is located, and I will have the list, bring in the list that I want to split, and I will just click split. Off it goes. It takes a second. It will split the large email into a small size, and each list will now contain 500 email. The reason for this is that LinkedIn doesn't want you to flood their system, so you should not just upload the entire email at once. You should upload them in small sizes. So all of these files which I have splitted, each of them now contains 500 emails. Well, we can check it out on the spreadsheet for you to know that it works very fine. You click on it, it will trigger the Excel sheet to run. So as you can see, I have discussed this process also. Have discussed the process from inside my ebook. So the first column is the metadata, which I've shown. I'm not able to navigate properly here, but the first row contains the email, and the rest are the email lists that you want to bring to LinkedIn. So at the end, you will see that I'm trying to move the spreadsheet. Let me reduce it. You will see that each of the lists contains 500. Remember, the first row is the metadata, which we talk about. It contains the name. So that is it. You will now have different lists which you have saved somewhere, and you will now start to upload each of these one at a time. So this process of uploading the list you want to invite to LinkedIn, I have also discussed them. It is called join. It's a database process where you join the list you own with the list that, or with the database existing on LinkedIn. I want to show you that process also. Okay, now here I am on my account, LinkedIn account. You can see through the process I just described, from September of 2016 to January to even now, because we are now in April, I was able to invite 12,499. Actually, it is now 12,500, I guess, if I accept this person. So, compared to when I was not inviting people from 2009 to 2016, where I managed to have only 2,000 connections. So within few months, this method, which I'm showing to you, changed the number of connections I have. I will be showing you the advantages of having large connections in my future series of how to get employed or be hired on LinkedIn. But first of all, let's go back to the list which we prepared. To bring that list to LinkedIn, I will click on my network. Let me click on it again. Okay, I already clicked on my network. Then I will click on manage all. There is no list pending, but I will move on to click on grow your network. So it will give me the option to bring in emails via Gmail, my Gmail account, Yahoo, Outlook, AOL, or import from other service provider, or type in my emails one by one to invite. So all of this process we said in my study guide one that they are not very efficient. Maybe this is the one you've been relying upon. The most efficient one is to have a list of people you have prepared, and you will start inviting them. So let's take number one. Assuming I have already loaded the 01, I will now upload it to LinkedIn. You can see it's uploaded. So this, yeah, to upload it to LinkedIn, then I will click upload. It takes a while depending on the speed of your computer. Okay. So once you are successful, it will show up a screen to see how many people on that list that are now on LinkedIn. It said we found 612 people you know on LinkedIn. Select the people you like to connect. So you can select all of them, and LinkedIn will send them invitation on your behalf. Or you can review each presentation or each option, each name. You can review it and decide to say you don't want to connect with that person, assuming I don't want to connect with this. The reason for this is that this person doesn't have a profile picture. I can say, okay, maybe I don't want this, because somebody that doesn't have a profile picture is not an active LinkedIn member. They may not even have time to receive the invitation. Once you selected the people, usually I normally select all of them anyway in this first phase, I will add them to my connection. Then it will present to you other options of people who are not yet on LinkedIn. So invite contacts into LinkedIn to keep up with their careers. If someone you invite doesn't respond right away, we will send 2 reminders. That is quite good. These people are not yet on LinkedIn. But like I said, since they don't have profile pictures, we don't know they are not yet on LinkedIn. We don't know whether if the email are genuine email. We don't know whether if they are fake emails. We don't know whether if they are institutional emails. So what I do, because this list I got told me that they are lion list, but yet we have these people, their emails are not on LinkedIn. This is one of the disadvantages of buying a lion list and just upload them. So I will skip it. I will not add these people. I will deselect them, and then I will skip this process, and so on. If I want to add more lists, I will repeat the same thing I did before. I will click on Manage. I will scroll to Grow Your Network. Then I will choose Upload. I will then pick number 2. I will repeat the same process again. And then I will upload the file. You can see the file formats you can upload include CSV, text format, or VCF format. I save all my files on CSV format. I will upload this again. So in my second attempt to upload another file, it failed. This is because LinkedIn have limitations on how many emails you can upload per day. Once you reach that limit, or not necessarily per day, how many emails you can upload to their systems at once. This is why we divide them into smaller emails. Once you have this error, you know you have hit that limit. You will no longer be able to upload further emails. I will show you how to deal with this situation in another presentation. So far, here we are. We are able to get a list, a lion list for example, process them, clean them, and split them into smaller email batches of 500 each. And we begin to upload them one by one. Once you start receiving problem, you know, like I said, you have reached their limit. But in all, this is a very safe and fastest way. LinkedIn will send invitation email on your behalf to those people you have uploaded their email into your own account. This is how it works. Once you uploaded the emails, all you need to do is to wait, relax, and you will start seeing acceptance of your invitation request. So this is good, and this is the way I grow my list or my connection on LinkedIn to plus 12,500 within 5 months. It's less than 5 months. I actually started in September, October, November, December, January. February, March, I didn't do much because I was doing some other things. So under 5 months, you can grow even up to 30,000 connections if you are serious. You will find the resources from my website. In a way, like I explained in my training, by finding time to study the business of LinkedIn, I discovered that they are actually using big data infrastructure to leverage what I study and teach at the university. So that course is called Geodemographics. Geodemographics is the study of the population and its characteristics divided according to regions on a geographic basis. In the field of marketing, geodemographics can be of immense importance in marketing segmentation. Following such segmentation, the prevalence and preference of each group can be determined and targeted for intervention. For example, high preference areas can then be identified, zoom in, and subsequently targeted for marketing and sales. I have an example. This is what LinkedIn is actually doing, and this is the service they are providing. But instead of you to rely on them, first of all, you have to upload your own contact list based on your own demographic characteristics. The Lion list, which I have used as an example, is a general list. If you are a medical doctor and you want to be in connection with pharmacies or pharmaceutical companies, or you want to be in contact with clients in your local area, your Lion list will not help you. If you are a forex trader, we'll go back to the examples. If you are in the financial market, the Lion list may not help you because it is a general list. The people may not be interested in forex trading. So you have to get a list of those people who are involved in forex or stock market investment from specific geographic area. So LinkedIn is a big database of geodemographics of people around the world. You can zoom in using their sales navigator to a specific local area and geocode that you want to have connection from. It's a powerful tool for marketing. So when I discovered this, I became more interested. I only discovered this in September of 2016. So it seems they stole my profession and make better use of it. So this is how I became more interested in teaching people how to use LinkedIn. So in essence, LinkedIn is a big database for database marketing. You can look at it this way. This is LinkedIn. They allow you to bring in contacts. You can bring in contacts, existing contacts you have. You can buy the list of email contacts, of your B2B leads. You can get the contacts from blog. This is a process that is very slow. You can have your own customer database. You can bring them to LinkedIn or from your from other social media like Facebook. If you have access to your contacts, you can bring them back to LinkedIn. This is assumed that your marketing database has all the statistical and analytical tools we use in geodemographics for clustering and market segmentation. LinkedIn is able to do this for you. They have rich statistical tools at their back end. These tools are available to premium account holder. So you'll be able to find out where are your connections coming from. If you want to change the specific locations of your connections, or where you want to have more connections, you can do that on LinkedIn. So let's come back to the real issue facing people. LinkedIn provides technological infrastructure while you bring your data to use their tools. It is called BYOD, bring your own data. Now, if you are searching for job, you must have strategies to bring your own databases of your potential employers to LinkedIn and use their business tools to find the ones that are likely going to need your skills. Alternatively, use LinkedIn infrastructure and existing database of potential employers to locate your potential employers or buyers. What I mean, if you don't want to bring your own list, which is very easy for you to do, you can start using things like their tools, Sales Navigators, to search for those companies that you want to have employment from that particular sector. You can also use both strategy to start engaging your potential employers by becoming a thought leader in your niche market. I have discussed this in my main study guides, so you should get the study guides to know how to do it better. So if you have good skills and ability to sell them on LinkedIn, you should not find it difficult to get employers on LinkedIn. If you are not looking for a job for now, it does not mean you should start building your connections or your connections right away. No, I would take that if you are not looking for a job now, it does not mean you should not start building your connection right away. This is because a time is coming when you will be looking for a job. That time, if you don't have enough connections, you will start. But it is better for you to start now. Great. This is about this presentation. I hope you will enjoy it, or I hope you have enjoyed it rather. You should pick up the rest presentation, especially what do you do when you get stuck, when you are no longer able to increase your connection, or when something happened, or when you have an error. So this I will discuss in the other series, which you should look for. I thank you. This has taken us about 38 minutes to complete. Of course, remember to visit my LinkedIn discussion groups. I have discussion groups on Geo-Demographic Data Exchange. You can download, a list of lions, of other geodemographic. You can visit my website and download samples of geodemographic data you can use to practice. You can also join my Fractal Finance discussion group. Once again, I thank you for viewing this video. I hope it helps you. This is the end of the presentation.